I'd like to welcome you to this week's video blog. It's a blessing to be with you today. This week I want to focus on where we find our fulfillment. I believe that this is an epidemic and a serious problem with many or most people today. Many people are looking for fulfillment, for contentment, something to provide them with that thing that provides, again, fulfillment within their lives. Where the sad reality is many people are looking in the wrong places. They're looking for to find fulfillment in their careers. They're looking to find fulfillment in prestige and money and wealth and relationships and hobbies. And listen, while some of these things, many of these things have value, none of these things really bring true fulfillment. True fulfillment only comes from one source. But before that, I want to look at Scripture, what Scripture says about the love of money and pursuing money. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10 says, "He that loveth silver shall never be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This also is vanity." So we find here that if we make silver, in other words, wealth, our pursuit, we will never be satisfied with what we achieve. We will never have enough. And I'm sure you know people like that. They pursue wealth and they amass great amounts of wealth, but they never have enough. They always want more. And Scripture says that if this is our goal, that if this is where we want to put our priority and our focus, we will never be satisfied with this pursuit. We know that Paul also spoke about the love of money. This is found in 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. This is, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." So we find here that the love of money is the root of all evil, according to the Apostle Paul. Now I want to state here that it says a love of money, does not say money itself. I do believe that there's a distinction between a love of money and money. There's nothing wrong with having money as long as we do not allow that money to become our primary or first focus within our lives. The first focus should be our devotion to our Father in heaven. And look, this is the reason why many people are not finding or cannot and will never achieve true fulfillment, because they are looking in the wrong place. Again, they are looking within careers, they are looking within prestige, they are looking within relationships, within hobbies and other places. And in none of these things in the end will bring us happiness or bring us true fulfillment. True fulfillment is found in something beyond this. All these items are transitory. In the end, they're chasing after wind, as Solomon says, or they're vanity. Solomon, he had everything a man could possibly want. He had wealth, he had prestige, he had abundance, he had relationships. And you know what he said in the end? He said all of this was vanity. He said it was a chasing after wind. He said it really meant nothing at all, because all of it is passing and will someday not exist. The only thing that will exist is our relationship with the one we worship. We know that Solomon in the book of Ecclesiastes, last chapter, summarizes life, summarizes man's duty or purpose and fulfillment. Or here's what he says in Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13. It says, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." So we find here that Solomon says that we are, number one, to fear Yahweh. Paul said to work out our salvation in fear and trembling. Some of these people out there, they believe that we are to simply reverence. That's not true. That's not true. We're to do more than reverence. We are to fear and tremble before the one we worship. This is a principle we find in Old and New Testament. This is not something foreign to what the Messiah believed or what he taught to his apostles. Paul, again, was the one who said that we were to fear and that we were to tremble before the one we worship. We also find here that we're to keep the commandments. The commandments are a reflection of Yahweh's morality. It's a reflection of who our Father in heaven is. He's given us his code of ethics, and all we need to simply do is follow him, do his will. And listen, not only will we be blessed doing this, but we're going to find fulfillment within this life. This is where true fulfillment is found. This is where we find contentment and happiness within this life. Again, we don't find it within our careers. We don't find it within prestige. We don't find it within wealth. We don't find it within hobbies. And we don't find it within relationships. Relationships are important. But relationships someday will end. Someday we all will pass away, and that relationship will no longer exist. But the fruit that we brought forth in our relationship with our Father in heaven, that will continue to exist through the promises we find within our Father's Word. Well, I pray that this word has been a blessing to you. Now, before leaving, I'd like to remind you about two things. Number one is our prophetic webinar. This is December 27th, 7 p.m. It's going to be myself and Elder Alan Mansager, along with Elders Pete Vaca from Yahweh's Assembly of Messiah, and also Elder Dwayne Wilson from Reach for Yahweh International Ministries. I believe that this is going to be a great webinar. It's going to be a blessing for those in attendance. All you need to do is log on to the internet to yrm.org/live and there join us that evening, December 27th, 7 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be focusing on the conflicts. We're going to be focusing on the increase of immorality, on the natural disasters, and even maybe on the financial situation we see in this world today. So this is some important webinars, some important topics. So I pray that you would join us for this evening. Again, December 27th, 7 p.m. Central Time. And again, that's going to be Elder Allen and myself, along with Elder Pete Vaca and Elder Dwayne Wilson. So don't miss this. December 27th, 7 p.m. Central Time at yrm.org/live. Also like to remind you about our Sabbath broadcast. I know that there are many people out there that do not have a place to fellowship, and people looking to simply supplement their fellowship, or if you're in either case, we would encourage you to log on every week and join us for our Sabbath broadcast. This is 1:30 p.m. Central Time, Saturdays at yrm.org/live. We will broadcast our entire service, music, message, everything, and we would encourage you to, again, join us. I know that it would be a blessing to you. Or I pray that this video blog's been a blessing this week, and pray that you would join me every week. So until then, may Yahweh bless. Bye-bye.